Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel. As always, when filming with the lapel mic, I apologize if the audio is a little rough. I'm still just not quite sure how exactly to best go about speaking with this thing. Of course, this is a bit quieter than I normally do in these videos, so I'm trying to bring in that energy, so you know, I'm not speaking in the somewhat dead voice I normally have. So it's a bit tricky. I think I've gotten it mostly figured out, but the audio may be a bit rough. Anyways, today we are unboxing what should be my BABYMETAL album. There's a chance it's a different album because this feels a bit light, so we'll see what happens with this. But there was a stink bug on the a scabbard or whatever this is. Was not expecting that. Anyways, let's get this cut open. Now, assuming this is the BABYMETAL album. Oh, that cut real nice. Assuming this is the BABYMETAL album, I said I won't be able to go in depth into a review because, of course, I plan on reacting to. Oh, let me see what the best way to... I think if I get it like that, I can then go. And... oh, yeah, there we go. What was I saying? Yeah, if this is my BABYMETAL album, which let's go in and open it up and see, then I sadly won't be able to give an in-depth review on this because, of course, I plan on reacting to all the tracks, and, I need to react... Sorry, I'm not sure what I just said there. I plan on reacting to all the tracks. Of course, I haven't been able to get to those yet. Yeah, this should definitely be it. So it looks like we've got the CD here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull what I can only assume is the vinyl out. And then I'll just set the box aside. Give some space. Alright, so let's crack this open first. I'll go more in depth into the review I can do later, of course, but yeah, the Known Fever reaction had so many complications that I haven't even been able to get to Mirror yet, unfortunately. Though that should be coming out either tomorrow or the day after, depending on how much free time I have on Wednesday to film. Oh, come on, this is, well, it's well secured at least, but all right, let's take a look. Oh, this looks great. Really good cover art. No, I actually did prefer some of the other cover art designs that we had, but of course when I ordered this, of the tracks that have been released, this is the monochrome version. Yeah, it says right there on the back. It's probably not showing up very well, but this monochrome version, and I mean, if y'all saw my reaction, that was like a 15-minute reaction to that song. I mean, it at least loosely deals with the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. Being a historian, as y'all can clearly tell from my surroundings, that, you know, that hit particularly hard for me, and even to this day, hold on, I'm trying to figure out where the easy section to open this up is, because I figured out a trick with these things the other day, and I never can remember what it is. But there was a point I was making about monochrome, and I have completely lost it. But yeah, we're getting this open anyways. But yeah, I mean, even though there were like some cover arts, I prefer just the general look and aesthetics of. I had to go for monochrome just with the power of that song and sort of the impact it had on me. And this next little. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, so let's open this up and see what we've got inside. We've got a very interesting CD. This is admittedly not the best artwork I've seen on one. It's a slightly awkward O, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to be, but all right, we've got, oh, this is cool. This is cool. In the back, it's like little sections of all the different artworks. I can see a hint of the Metal Kingdom, Divine Attack, and those are the only two I'm recognizing. But Yeah, that's actually really cool right there. And then let's take a look at this. All right, I guess this is the monochrome art card that was going to be included. I was unsure what exactly that would be. So then this, you can switch it around to where it's the actual cover art for the album. So you could perhaps, you know, frame this or something like that, and then, you know, just switch this around and you've got normal artwork. That's actually really cool. I actually really like that. So let's actually take a look at what we have inside here. All right, it's just track listing and shows off all the little strips we had in here. Shows which one is which. So yeah, very, very cool. I'm going to be keeping it as the monochrome artwork, of course. Just, you know, let this be a little more special. But it is nice that it has that option. I wasn't sure when I ordered this what exactly the art card would be. So, you know, now I have that answered, and it would be it would have been nice. There we go. That's how to phrase what I'm trying to say. It would have been nice to have it be something like, say, the photo cards you get in like a K-pop album, where it's like just a little card thing, the size of, like, I don't know, a credit card or something. I always think those things, they're just cool, right? But I do like this. It's nice to be able to switch around the cover art and everything. And yeah, and again, this one, not the most visually exciting perhaps, but I quite like it. Of course, Sue and Moa on the cover is, I mean, it's great to see. Now the little sort of paper tear effect between them is quite nice. So let me set this aside real quick, and I'll just move the trash, and we'll move on to checking out the record as well, because there said it was like a good bundle. Like, if there'd been a bundle of like, the record and the CD and like maybe a shirt and a patch or, you know, whatever. Some bands have the really cool pre-order bundles. I would have gone for that in a heartbeat. There wasn't, but like the prices on these things actually were like, I mean, not cheap per se. Like they were surprisingly good. So it's like, you know what? It's my favorite band. Let me go ahead and treat myself a little bit. Oh, that one opened up very easily. Nice. Oh, we got bubble wrap in here too. I mean, we gotta go for just a quick pop. It's been a rough few days. I could have used a bubble wrap pop, but it was not meant to be. Yeah. And anything else in here that I'm missing? No. So here we have, what intonation? The receipt. Here we have a really boring case for this. This does not feel protective at all, man. Why did they not just put it in just a good standard, like, cardboard or whatever material it is sleeve? This is... This is a bag. I mean, I'm sure it, like, it's not gonna get, I don't know, dusty or whatever, but, like, this is just not great. It doesn't look good, and I mean, seeing that just, like, it's actually this instead of, like, I thought it was gonna be, like, just, like, a clear plastic box kind of thing instead of this. This is... I don't know what word to use, but this is, and it's not only is it, it's also not. Hopefully that makes some amount of sense to y'all, but yeah. This is neat. I like this. This is cool. We've got different artwork, and it's classic, I don't know what type of case this is, but I love this type of case and everything. That it is the common Baby Metal W. This is an L. This is just not good. I mean, let's take a look at it and talk about the different elements. Transparent vinyl, of course, I prefer the look of transparent vinyl to the sort of half and half one. But we've got, I mean, this is bad, you know, the banner or whatever on the top with the album title and track listing and everything, but give me just a good case with the cover art. Like, seriously, if any fans, like, custom make some of those, let me know. I'd seriously consider ordering one, because this is, whew. Let's take a look at the record. Let's get that out, see what the quality on it is. All right, so there is like a secondary sleeve inside it, which is nice. I will give them props for that. That's just paint chipping on the desk. I was very confused for a second. So let's get this out, and there's some static there. And this, I mean, it's a clear record, right? There's not a lot to say on it. I really like the look of those, but, you know, not too much to dive into with it. But this is quite nice. It seems to be high quality. The stickers, I suppose, with the track listing and everything are quite nice. So, I mean, the record itself is excellent. Perhaps it would have been nice for, you know, the collecting, or the collection quality or value or whatever, to get the double-sided one, or even one of the special limited edition ones from one of the other stores. But, like, it wouldn't look good, especially now that I, like, see this, like, yeah, that would not have looked good on its own. So yeah, the record itself, I like it. I have no complaints about this. It's a bit simplistic, sure, but I knew going into it, because I was getting into just a transparent record, that's not going to be anything fancy. This secondary protective sleeve inside, nice. I prefer the ones that have like some artwork printed on them. To take, for example, the sleeves and the vinyl for Horizons by Star set, or I believe it was like this with Trench by 21 Pilots as well. I know there's like some stuff with artwork, but I can't remember if that's just like separate lyric sheets, or if that's actually printed on the vinyl cases. Yeah, cases, or sleeves, or I'm not actually sure what word I need. I can't remember what it is, but it has that kind of thing in there, so I prefer that. But this is nice. It's good that we do have like a secondary protective sleeve in here, because honestly, I would not have been surprised if it was just thrown straight into this. But yeah, this actual case for it, it's a bag. It's not a good looking bag, and it's not sturdy, right? Like, I mean, I'm not going to, but I could bend this. I could snap this if I wanted to. And like a proper case, I mean, you can, or proper vinyl case, vinyl sleeve, whatever, I can still do that, but it's going to take some more work. And like, this is not going to look good slid in with the rest of them. So this, not good. Everything else, the record itself, even just like the general design of this, I don't like it, but the design of this thing right here is nice. The CD, super good, aside from some kind of goofy CD artwork. Again, not entirely sure what that's supposed to be representative of. See, I'm a little mixed on the physical stuff. Again, the record itself, I'm fine with. I knew I was getting one that's not as fancy, a bit more simplistic, but hey, that is what I wanted, so I can't complain about that. This case, I mean, it was a cheap record. You get what you pay for, but man, BABYMETAL could have done just something more with this, right? Like, oh, this is... Like, I'm not angry over this, right? And maybe that's just because I've been angry over a lot these past few days. I'll spare y'all the long-winded rant. Chances are there's a thread about it up on my Twitter now, but in short, I've been dealing with Militaria collectors, of which I am one. Militaria collectors who have been doing goofy things, such as admitting to being Nazis. That sure did have an impact on my mental health these past few days. So maybe I'm just still I'm sort of drained emotionally from that, but I'm not angry over this. Like, right now, I'm very much feeling the somewhat cliche, I'm not mad, just disappointed. This is like, it works. They really should have done something more. I mean, I know I'm ranting about this, frankly, more than I really need to, but yeah, I mean, going from such a cool little CD with some nice surprises in it to this. I mean, it explains why the box was so light. It does answer that question, at least. Yeah, I'm gonna one more time say that this, it just doesn't look good. Having it in hand, it doesn't feel good. It's not gonna store well. I don't think it would transport very well. Like if I'm moving, I'm having to, take my collection cross country or whatever, I would not feel safe transporting this thing as is. This is just not. Again, I'm not sure what word to use, but it's just not, But music, like I said, I can't talk about all of the music because, of course, I've only heard Metal Kingdom, Divine Attack Shingeki, Monochrome, and Light and Darkness. Reactions to everything else coming soon. Hopefully, the original plan was, well, I didn't know this was going to be coming in today, but the original plan was to film Mirror Mirror. I think the next track is film my reaction to that, and then unboxing video, but Cannon and Fever video did not want to upload last night, so that's yet another day late. And so the reaction is a day late. So I can talk about my experience with the album so far going off of 4 tracks. Now those 4 tracks are quite nice. They don't quite live up to the, I think, overall quality of Metal Galaxy, but Monochrome is my favorite Baby Metal song. Light and Darkness and Metal Kingdom, I think both beat out any of the tracks on Metal Galaxy outside of, I mean, that final trilogy is super good, and I am quite fond of Shanty Shanty Shanty. I am quite fond of that song. But those beat out everything else. And then Divine Attack is not quite as insane by any means, but it's just a good song. So what I've heard so far doesn't quite beat out the quality of Metal Galaxy as an album, but I think as far as the individual songs go, is excelling. I'm curious to see where that is going to continue with the rest of the album. I've heard some amazing stuff. Apparently the Legend has some saxophone in it. It could be pretty cool. Mirror Mirror, I think I heard that one gets pretty chunky. Believing, I think, is the one I'm thinking of. I've heard gets crazy. And there's been something I've been hearing about Time Wave as well that I legitimately have no memory of, because there's been way too much going on these past few days. So I do not know what people are saying about that song, but they're saying stuff about it. So, I mean, the few little spoilers and such I have going into this album, I'm excited. I'm not sure if it's going to beat out Metal Galaxy for me as an album, but I think this could very easily end up being sort of what I have with Sundowning and This Place Will Become Your Tomb by Sleep Token, where I consider This Place Will Become Your Tomb to be the better album, as a sort of a unified whole. I think it excels, but I consider the tracks on Sundowning to be the better individual songs. And that may end up being the case here, that I still prefer just the experience of listening to Metal Galaxy as a whole, or I prefer the actual songs off of this. This one could excel in every manner, ends up becoming my favorite album. This could end up being their worst thing yet. I don't know. I doubt that. I mean, generally, from my experience, the singles off of an album actually tend to be my least favorite tracks. So if that follows through into this release, things could get really good. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say about, like, oh, you know, this is my, like, prediction for this or anything, but, like, I have really high hopes. I fully expect those high hopes to be met. There's some stuff I've heard that has me very excited, and I mean, just what I've heard so far, again, has been phenomenal, with Monochrome being, oh, amazing, and even better on that, like, piano version on the first take. I think that really, I've talked about this a few times, I think that really brought in the sort of emotional punch it was lacking, or, like, the original Monochrome has some emotion, sure, but I think it just still feels there's just a little short of what it really needs to be. That first take version fully brings that in, and, like, oh, I mean, if we had, like, sort of like the vocal quality of that on the studio version of Monochrome, it would be perfection. What can I say? Then, I mean, Light and Darkness, super good song. I know a lot of folks didn't like that one because it was a bit more poppy. I love it. We had some great electronic elements in there. The metal comes in, and it's super fun. Some solid lyricism, a bit of that wrestling of sort of peace and despair, if you will. The duality of light and darkness, as it literally says. There's some good stuff in there. Metal Kingdom, incredible album opener. One of the best I've heard in a long time. Super fun song, and I mean, from what I've heard about actually experiencing it live, incredible. And then Divine Attack is just a good song. Got a bit of a, like, sort of death metal breakdown kind of section. Really catchy chorus. I mean, that one still pops into my head every now and then. My least favorite of the tracks so far, but super good, super good. So yeah, I mean, the quality so far has been phenomenal, so if it keeps that up, oh, I mean, this is gonna be amazing. But yeah, I mean, just to reiterate all my thoughts, musically, I'll just head over the whole thing, but so far it's been good. I fully expect it to continue to be good. The CD, amazing. Cool cover art. You can switch it to have some different, slightly less cool, but some slightly more traditional, if you will, cover art with, you know, the BABYMETAL logo in the center and everything. A somewhat goofy looking CD, but no, the CD, pretty much perfect. I quite like this. The record, oh, I'm ranting about this again. Good record, really, really bad case for it. Seriously, BABYMETAL, you could have done so much better on this, and this is what you give us? Like, seriously, I would have had no complaints if it was just the standard. I don't know why I expected to have, like, a CD right here to be able to show this off. It's like, you see this with some modern CD cases, you see this with a decent amount of, like, single record cases, I suppose, where it's just like a basic sleeve, kind of like this, that you just slide the record into, but hey, you know, it's cardboard and it has the cover art and everything. I would have been completely satisfied with that, right? You know, give us just, literally just like this on the back, and let me pull it back out. Hold on, it doesn't want to work. This on the front, didn't need anything else. It would have been nice to perhaps have a pic of Sue and Moa somewhere in there or something. Would have been nice to have, maybe, you know, it folds open and you've got artwork in the center, and you've got, oh, and the other side you got like a lyric sheet or something. Maybe set it up into 2 vinyls. That's always fun. I love a good 2 record album. But this is just, again, this is, no. It's just no. But aside from that case, I mean, again, the record's fine, and I don't hate the design of this little thing right here. I think it's not what we need, but I don't hate it. It works. It gets the job done. It's getting a job done that it shouldn't be having to get done. But yeah, I'm not going to rant about that anymore. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But yeah, an interesting unboxing video, going from not entirely sure I was actually getting this album in today, thinking that perhaps there's another album I've been waiting on since January. I need to contact the sellers about it because it's been too long. Just thinking, has that somehow come in and just at the same time as this, and that's the album they gave us today? It wasn't. Going from that confusion to excitement about the CD to this has been interesting. But, yeah, I don't have anything more to say on the music or on the physical stuff, so, I mean, that's going to do it. Probably tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, no, hopefully tomorrow, probably the day after tomorrow. Wednesday is a very busy day for me. There's a reaction to, I think it is Mirror Mirror, whatever the final single we got was, and then in the future there'll be even more reactions to the stuff off of this album, so you keep an eye out for that. Subscribe if you want to see more Baby Metal content. But yeah, no, I mean, I already said I would subscribe. More music content on the way. Unboxings when I get new albums that I want to unbox and share with y'all. Constant reactions every now and then. I do like music reviews. I've got another tier list video coming soon, so that'll be fun. Only if we be talking about Baby Metal in it. There's a in my link tree down in the description. I'm hopping it up myself in my link tree. There's a Twitch link. Go over there, drop a follow. I will be streaming the process of that, so you can hop in and talk about Baby Metal and other similar groups with me whenever I do that in, like, honestly, at this point, probably like a month. Yeah, it's gonna be a ways away, but more music content on the way. Like the video if you liked. Comment down below your own thoughts on both the album and the actual physical media. Do you want to rant about this horrendous case? Do so. I will gladly rant alongside you down there. But, I mean, Discord link in the description, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and my link tree. And then there'll also be a link to my Baby Metal videos playlist and my unboxing videos playlist for some similar content. If you want to watch some other stuff I've made, you can check out my reactions to all the tracks off of this album that I've already heard, and see the upcoming ones as well. Yeah, I will be reacting to every song off of this album, so, you know, good stuff coming, good stuff on the way. But yeah, that is going to do it, so thank y'all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.